Welcome back, and in this clip we're going to look at rigging. So rigging generally is a process of creating a skeleton for a 3D model so that it can move. And characters are usually rigged before they start to animate. But in this we're going to look at Animate CC, simple 2D rigging using the bone tool, and then we'll move on into After Effects and look at proper rigging. So the first thing, I'm going to make this really simple because, again, it can get fiddly if we get too complex. So I'm going to make a Santa coming up into Christmas, and you can do this simply with your kids or your students, sorry. And we're going to make 5 symbols. So we're going to make 2 boots, 2 arms with mittens, and a body. And we're going to create it all in one scene, but we will, and all on one layer called Santa, but we'll build the symbols in our library. So I've got the first boot, and if you look in the library, it'll have right boot or boot right, boot R. So we're going to make a new one, a left boot, and we'll drill that. And make sure that all of the edges touch, because if you've got anything open, it won't fill. Okay, we'll go to our free transform tool, and we're going to create another symbol. Now I'm going the long way around. You could do Command or Control F8. So anyway, we're making a new symbol. That symbol will be boot left, and it'll be a movie clip, and it'll go into our library. So we've got 2 of our animated. Now if you had this blank screen, it's because we're on the movie clip and we want to go back into the scene. Okay, next we'll make a Santa suit. So we'll change the color to red, and we'll just make a, now I'm keeping all the layers away from each other so that I can create them into symbols individually. And I'm going to fill that. So there's the body. And I'm going to make it into a symbol. So free transform and new symbol. Now just be careful you don't catch the edges of the boot. Hopefully that'll be okay. And we'll call this body, movie clip, okay, into our library. So we're in our symbol. We want to go back to our scene. Okay, next we're going to create some mittens. So let's make those black as well. We could just do an outline, but I've taken out the stroke color. So let's make these black just so that they're easy to see. So he's got his little mittens, and we're going to fill it. Free transform, and insert a new symbol. And this will be mitten right. Away it goes into the library, and we go back to the scene. Okay, we're going to create another mitten now. So here's, fill it with black, free transform. Now I've caught that in the body, so I just want to move it over so it doesn't get messy, and we're going to make another symbol. And this is mitten left. And go back to the scene. Okay, now I'm going to do a head, but I'm not going to use the bone tool. I'm not going to animate it. So I'm going to keep the head sort of separate. Oh, he could be a black Santa. That would be all right. We'll give him a red hat. So, but this won't animate, and I'll give it a fill color of red, and we'll wax some. Whoop! No, it won't let me do that. Oh, anyway, that's fine. Okay, and I'm not going to create that into symbol because I'm really just going to be working with down below. All right, so if we click on this, we've got a symbol, click on this, a symbol, 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 symbol. Now, what you want to do is align these, so go back to your selection tool, and you want these to go over, otherwise you're going to have to realign it. Okay. Alright, so we've got our Santa. Now the head's going to stay stationary. You could put a face on it if you want, but I'm really focused on just using the bone tool and trying to get some animation. So once I start using the bone tool, it's going to come up with another layer called armature. So on a first layer, I've got Santa, and I'm going to start using the bone tool now. So we've got to make sure we go from the center to the arm, the center. Oh, hang on. I'm always forgetting a step. All right, we're going to take our selection tool, and we're going to select, no, I don't want to get the head, but we're going to select all the things that we want to animate. Okay? Then we're going to go to our bone tool, and we're going to go to our arm and go where they intersect. Okay? Now we're going to animate these bits, and up here you've got an armature tool. So we're going to go to keyframe 5, and we're going to insert a keyframe, and we'll start animating this. So we'll take our selection tool, and we'll just move him up, and he'll be jumping up in the air. Whoopee! And you can do this sort of in little stages. You don't have to do it all at once. And timeline keyframe. So here he'll be coming up further. And yippee! He's almost doing the splits. And you just keep going. And you're doing this on the armature layer as well. Keyframe. So then he might be coming down now. You know, we could apply sort of a squash and stretch, you know, making the body a bit bigger. So we're collecting. Now every time that green shows, it means we're using rotation. And if you go to properties, you'll see that it's joint rotation. And that prevents it from kind of getting dislodged and looking strange. It kind of looks strange anyway, but okay. And insert keyframe, and he's coming back down. And we'll do the last one. Insert keyframe. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so if we scrub over this, there's Santa. Now on each of these keyframes, I should put the head in because he's sort of a Santa with no head. So maybe on this frame I could draw him back in. Let's see if it'll let me do that. No. Maybe let me use the brush tool. No, I'd have to do that on a new layer. Anyway, we'll work out those details later. So that's the basics, and then you can develop and grow from that, but I like to make it really simple so that you're not missing any of the steps. Okay, we're going to go into After Effects next, and we're going to use the puppet tool.